The following is for mature audiences only. Episodes will contain coarse and explicit language and very serious subject matter. Some discussions will include talk of mental illness, violence, racism, self-harm, but not limited to. Such conversations may also include audible graphic descriptions. Viewer discretion is advised. Hi everyone, welcome to Opinions. Full video and audio episodes can be seen on patreon.com/theopinionsshow. But of course we do have all the other social media that is mandatory if you prefer. Enjoy the show.
Well, welcome. Hello, good morning. I guess I'll introduce myself first since I'm already talking.
Never shuts up.
I do too.
That was a joke at myself.
Oh, but
I'm self-aware.
Oh, hey, at least somebody is.
Yeah, just people are like, oh, if someone's self-aware, they can change. Why should I change?
Well, exactly, right? Jeez.
Just because I'm aware of something doesn't mean it's wrong. You may not like it.
Well, it doesn't really matter what I think. Alright.
Well, you can voice your opinion doesn't mean we're going to change anything, but you're allowed to.
So, we're at the Bump and Grind Cafe here on Commercial Drive in Vancouver, British Columbia, which is so nice to be in.
That's the California of Canada.
Yes, this is true. Yep.
Oh, my glasses. I don't want lens flare.
Well, I can't see, so.
Let me see.
Well, I need it. I need it for reading, so, and then I'll take them off.
Oh no, I mean it's fine. I don't know. Anyways, I don't like me glasses on. I've worn them so. Oh my.
I actually like you without glasses.
Yeah, it's totally a different perspective. Like perspective, not perspective.
A different like outlook, or
I need my coffee.
Anyways,
I'm drinking this purple thing.
What is this purple thing?
It's ube. It's an ube latte.
Are we being health orientated?
A what?
You're being health orientated? Watching your health?
Well, yeah. I lost my abs. I don't have abs anymore.
Whatever. Yes, you do.
I'm becoming pudgy.
Oh, please.
Now I know I am single.
Oh, whatever. Maybe it's because you're homeless?
Ooh. Say that again? No. Say it. Tell my good ear.
No, I won't. I should have even said that in the first place.
Honestly, you're not wrong.
I know, but not everyone needs to know.
Well, I did a documentary series about it.
Okay.
And I did an interview with Georgia Strait.
Okay, well, at least, the reason why you're single is because you're homeless.
But I was single before I was homeless, too.
Well, I didn't know that. So.
Well, come on. I'm pretty ugly, so. I've accepted that.
You're not ugly.
No, in the gay world, I'm phenomenally gorgeous. In the heterosexual world, I'm like a 2.
You're 2 all the way through. I'm a 4.
Well, in the straight world, yeah.
And a 4 in the gay world.
No, you're a lot more than that.
No, definitely.
Speaking as a heterosexual male, I can tell you, I'd screw you.
It's because you have.
People don't need to know these college adventures. Look, we all went to college. It happens. It's fine. I was gay for a while. For those of you who don't know what I'm saying, go watch the film Easy A with Stanley Tucci. And now you know where that reference is from.
Right. So,
Emma Stone, Stanley Tucci. Amazing.
Right. So, I also want to quickly acknowledge that we are on the unceded, stolen lands of the Squamish, Musqueam, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. So yeah, my name is Cinderstar. I'll be your co-host for this episode of Opinions Are Like Assholes. Everybody has one, and so do I. I hope I'm getting this right. I'm trying hard here, trying to remember the catchphrase. But at least I didn't say the opinion show. Oh, his mouth is full, which is something new. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I know you're eating, so I'm sorry. I had a brain fart there. I just had a moment of a glitch, okay? I'm still waking up.
For those of you watching the video version of this, you'll notice we are in a cafe, as mentioned, and I was currently eating, and that's why I couldn't speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was difficult. So,
There's a small little gap there, but I apologize for those folks.
so, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, and so do I. Welcome to the show, everybody. The show where we take random contestants, put them into a torture chamber, and see what happens.
Or we can just,
AKA the leprosy show.
or we can just like actually pick a word from a dictionary and then we lead to our conversation.
Or we could do that. Yeah. Let's do that instead.
All right.
So we've got our dictionary. For those who want to follow along at home, it's the Oxford Pocket School Dictionary. I don't know which year.
2002.
Oh, snap. You knew that.
It says right here. 2002. Just so you know.
We're on episode
7.
6.
No, on 7. We did.
Oh?
Yeah.
Losing my mind. Anyways, so we've opened the dictionary. Cinder has put in a finger.
Oh, fuck.
And is now highlighting, as you can all see. So, Cinder, when you're ready, yeah, read
So
it.
there's 3 versions to this word.
Whoa! Ooh la la! 3. Okay, go.
So, stud.
What?
It's stud.
Stud.
S-T-U-D.
Oh, well.
Now it's a noun.
Talking about being single.
Oh, I know, right? Stud is a noun. Plural, studs. 1. A small, curved lump or knob. 2. A device like a button on a stock used to fasten and detach collar to a shirt.
You know what's interesting? I just noticed the camera. We changed the angle so you can actually turn the other way.
Oh.
Right? Do you see yourself reading? You can.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
realized we turned it. We changed it. Yeah.
So, the
So say that
other...
first one again. Hang on. So
Sorry.
it's a noun.
It's a noun, but in plurals, it's studs.
Studs.
And then
with an S.
yes, a small curved lump or knob. 2. A device like a button on a stock used to fasten a detachable collar to a shirt.
I did not know this.
Right?
A detachable collar to a shirt.
Yeah, like it's like a clip. It's like a. I'll explain later.
Oh, well, I've seen a detachable collar, like on jackets, like rain jackets.
Yeah. They're usually
What
fastened.
is the purpose of those?
I have no idea. Honestly, I don't.
Anyways, continue.
Stud, a verb.
A verb. Ooh, I
It's
like a good
studs.
verb.
Studding or studded.
Studded. Yeah.
Set or decorate with studs, etc. And then it goes, the necklace was studded with jewels.
Like any particular jewels?
I don't know.
Just jewels.
2. Scattered or sprinkled. The sky was studded with stars. From the Old English stud you. And lastly, again, another noun. Again, plural, studs, but a number of horses kept for breeding. The place where they are kept. A stallion, from the Old English, stowed.
Stowed?
S-T-O-D.
S-T-O what?
D.
S-T-O-D.
Stowed.
What's a steed then?
Or
That's
maybe
a cow.
That's a cow.
So a stowed is a horse.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is I took... Oh, yeah, interesting.
Oops.
You know, I grew up riding bareback.
So did I.
It's not what I meant!
Oh,
These damn gays.
I'm bisexual. Thank you very much.
Who's buying?
I'm not saying.
So, hi everyone, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
If there are children present in the room, please send them to bed right now.
This might be an inappropriate viewers discretion
This
warning.
comedy will be over the top,
Most likely. Who knows?
and anything goes. Well, there's a few things I might blur, but...
Yeah.
So, horses... Do you know what riding bareback means?
Yeah. No saddle.
Beautiful. So
I come from a farm. You realize this, right?
I don't know this about you.
I used to live on a farm.
You
I used to ride horses all the time. Like, horses are like one of my favorite animals. You didn't know that?
I took classes to be a horse jumper.
Oh, I didn't. I just was trained.
We need to go, like, horseback riding together.
Yeah.
I didn't know this about you.
Surprise.
I used to take classes to be a rider.
Really?
To be a jockey. Yeah, well, like, not a jockey, but, like, competitive jumping, as I was taking classes as a child.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I just rode them. Rode them. I just rid them.
Both works, I think.
Yeah.
You rode them, I rid them.
Yeah.
They both work as a past tense.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah, I rode horses.
I love.
I rid. No, I rid them.
Yeah.
I rode horses. They both are different. It's interesting. So let's go back to that. Tell me about that experience on the farm.
It was very vague. Like it's very like I don't remember very much of it, but it was probably with one of my foster homes I lived on, and there was horses, and I was taught how to set up a horse and just go. It's been a long time since I've had to like ride a horse though, but I mean, I was in a parade bareback on a horse. That was fun. That was in like Spirit River, and that's in Alberta. I was with my mom at the time, and we were, I don't know what the parade was for, but I was thrown on a horse, because this horse was one of the showcase horses or something, I believe. Anyways, I rode this horse, and it was so much fun. I got to, without a saddle, I fell asleep on it, holding onto it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, how old were you?
7, 8.
So you weren't riding alone then?
No, I was. I had nobody else.
And you fell asleep on the horse. Were you tied on?
No. Remember, I took ballet. My balance is very...
You took ballet?
Yeah.
I did not know this.
Why do you think I can wear heels so good? And why do you think I walk like a supermodel? Because you remember when our friend was like, how do you walk? And she's like, oh, you walk like a model. I'm like, well, it's because of ballet. And yeah, that's why I'm good on my feet in heels.
Yeah, you're also good on your back.
I thought we're not talking about that.
We're not discussing that. We're discussing horses.
Right.
So, keep going.
So yeah, that's about it. That's all I really remember.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
I took classes. 7 years old, I think, maybe younger. No, I was younger. Was I younger? Because I remember I don't think where I lived here, because I know the age that I moved. Yeah. I must have been around 6 years old I started taking classes, or even 5.
wow.
I could be wrong on this. I just can't really... I swear. Anyways, got some video of it. And, yeah, so I took classes, started learning how to jump. But they put me on a proper horse as a kid.
Well, you have to.
I could barely even reach the saddles. I had no training. Like, they didn't start me training on a small pony or anything. They just kind of threw me on the big one. And I guess that is how you do it. I could barely get on it first. I mean, I had to stand on the fence just to get on the horse, for crying out loud. You know?
Wait, they didn't give you the set of stairs?
No! Oh. No, they're like, get on the fence.
Wow.
I don't know why I did that accent. They did not have an accent like that. Anyways. And, the USB, I think, is on the butter.
No, it's on the lid.
Oh, okay, good.
Good God. Worried about his fucking cords.
I am. I don't want to get it gross.
I'll lick it off for you.
So, anyways, yeah, my leg is getting a little tired. So, I was jumping, and it was good. I'm not really remembering on how long I did it for. It wasn't a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up doing lessons for work, so I would clean the horse stables to get free lessons.
Okay.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, for a long end of it, I didn't grow up financially secure in my family. So I want to say we struggled only because of the fact of, from what I'm aware of.
Right.
Because I was told at one point later as a teenager by my sister saying, Mom works too hard. She doesn't need to work this hard. we have money in the bank now. The thing is, though, you can work your ass off if you're not a multimillionaire and be like, oh, a few $100,000 in the bank. Fine. Yeah, but overnight you could lose that.
Right.
And it's happened. Like, if we look at modern day today,
Yeah.
people have lost a lot over the last couple of years, right? I've lost a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to go onto a tangent. I want to talk about the horseless thing because I have a thought. As soon as you read that, there was something that came into my mind. And so speaking of coming, specifically with horses, yeah, I mean, I took lessons and I enjoyed it. It was great. I love cleaning the horses, and it's good the shit out of me to think that you're supposed to walk behind the horse and you got to keep your hand on the horse so it knows you're there. Otherwise, it can get frightened and kick you.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is, though, and that's all fine and good, but you telling me doesn't alleviate the fear, even if they know that I'm there with my hand on the horse's ass. So I was still scared to walk. And now that I found out that's why you shouldn't be walking behind a horse without them knowing you're there. So that petrified me as a child to do that, and I avoided doing it as much as I could. If I could walk in front of the horse, I would, but I would like leave a 10-meter gap between me and the horse, and then I get to the other side. So scared.
Oh my god, that's so adorable.
I'm still nervous about getting kicked by a horse. I'll do it now as an adult, knowing I probably won't be kicked because it's aware of me. That still doesn't alleviate the fear.
I've seen somebody get like kicked once. They went flying.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts, but it's only one leg though that they kick you with, not two. It's just one leg.
But as if that makes a difference.
It does actually.
Fuck off. It's still scary and painful. And you're still going to the hospital probably.
Depending on how if it catches you like right in the chest, where like right at the bone here.
So,
I mean, if you get it like kind of like if it catches you on one of the side, whatever, it's not so painful. But yeah, you do have to go to the hospital.
So when I was jumping, not in competition, just in practice, it only happened once. I only fell off the horse once. And I want to say I didn't have a helmet on, which is stupid because you always wear a helmet.
You're supposed to.
I'm pretty sure I had. For some reason in my memory, I don't remember actually having one, but I probably did because there were like a legitimate, and there's video of it, I remember. But for some reason, it's like in my mind, it was like an action movie. And so, I was like John Wick at the age of 6.
Oh, wow.
Right? I wasn't. Right? I could barely tie my shoes. Right? So, I remember falling off the horse, but even before I hit the ground, I'm pretty sure I already thought, God, what if he steps on me? Like, that was the fear, which never really scared me to fall. I fell, and it was fine. I hit the ground, whatever. But it was interesting because I fell right when we took a jump. So, I could have hit the posts, but I hit the ground instead.
Like, as the horse jumped, you fell off?
I fell off, which is perfect because then the horse was in midair, landed on the other side, not even anywhere near me. And I hit the ground.
So wait, were you on this side of the jump, or were you on the other side of the jump?
I never made it over.
Oh, because the horse made it over.
Horse made it over. I fell off.
Oh my
so
God.
As the horse
How the fuck did you fall off?
Up, I wasn't holding on tight enough.
To the reins, or to like
to the reins and to the body? Yeah.
Or you just didn't bounce with it, or jump with it, because you have to lift up when you.
Yeah, but you still have to be holding on to be able to lift up with it. I wasn't.
You should have been able to do that with just your legs.
Yeah, well, I wasn't. I was a child. I was training.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. We're talking about your childhood here. I'm like, get it together. I'm like, fuck, how can
No, I get it as an adult. Yeah. I know how to wrap my legs around a horse now and like make it work. Which damn, it does take strength. Like it really does to like constantly. I remember going horseback riding, God, about 10 years ago, and yeah, of course I hadn't done it in a long time. Damn, when I got off that horse after that 3-4 hour ride, yeah, your legs were spread still. You could feel because you hadn't closed like that movement to the muscle. You do feel it if you're not used to it. Like it hurts. It's a good workout.
That puts a whole new definition in bow-legged.
Yeah. Well,
that's where it comes from.
Here's to swimming with bow-legged women.
Or horses.
Yeah. It's interesting, water polo.
I don't understand.
Did the horses struggle?
In water polo?
Yeah.
I didn't know horses go in water polo. I know that it's people in the
That joke did not work, guys, at all.
No.
I tried to make a water polo joke because polo is played with horses. And so water polo, there must be horses in water polo. No.
Good try.
I tried.
Epic fail.
Failed. Let's move on.
Just moving.
So back to the thought that I originally had. Horses, with regards to the racetrack.
Yep.
And with regards to breeding the supreme horse for winning.
Okay.
It's interesting how it's done.
Tell me.
It's essentially rape.
I like rape. I mean,
don't. That's a heavy joke, bro.
Sorry, folks. It went heavy. Anyways, moving on.
Wow. I mean, that was funny. Not really. I don't know. That was just intense. I did not see you throwing a joke in there at that moment. That one got me off guard. Did not see that one.
You always should be prepared, honey.
Wow.
I'm a dirty...
I carry condoms all the time. Don't worry, I'm prepared.
Oh.
So, what they do is there is this... so what they do with the horses... I've seen the video of it. It's graphic.
Really?
And, I mean, it's as graphic as it's going to get to a certain extent. I do wonder what the animals are feeling, because if an animal really didn't want something to happen to them, they would fight it off. And they do fight it off. Except horses, like other animals, are so domesticated, they trust us. But also when you encounter that issue of sexual arousal for animals, they don't really know the difference, which is interesting considering we're human.
Okay.
It's really a weird thing. So there's not that cognition or understanding, and animals kind of screw anything, kind of like a dog. So with a horse, you watch these videos, and they put the horse into this, they do this with all animals, a similar fashion. Like if you're taking a sample from a wild animal, because you need to understand about reproductive and all the science behind it, it's the same way they do it. They put them into a tight containment unit, like a small cage, just the exact size. It's kind of like being in a bullpen, where they put the horse into, like, the cage right before it runs out. Like, in the horse race. Yeah. It's like a small cage, they all line them up, and the door opens, and then, ring! Yep. Right? So you put them in one of those, you kind of lock them in or whatever, and then you, I'm not sure how you kind of start it, but you need to, arouse the horse to get a sample of semen.
Yeah.
And I don't know to what aspect, right, like, that they don't care. Because there's this thing that I remember watching, I forget the writer's name, was talking about why, if you leave a cage open, this is specific about a gorilla who was being a part of, like, some genetic testing to understand why and how and what, right? And they're like, don't leave the cage open. Gorilla's gonna get out. And the guy says, well, no, don't worry, the gorilla's not gonna get out. Because the gorilla knows there's no place to go. You get out of that cage, you're still in a lab. And past that lab, there's a security door. Past that, there's another door. And after that, there's a big field. But then there's a big wall with sirens and barbed wire. But beyond that is freedom. But the gorilla's not going to try for it. The gorilla has been broken. They know they will not get out. They're not going to try.
Right.
And so now gorilla's not a domesticated animal as much as a horse is. So the question being, does this horse... Because a gorilla's going to fight you off. You try and touch a gorilla to get a sample, ain't going to happen.
Well, yeah.
Not going to happen. You're going to have to sedate that animal in that situation, like a lot of animals. But horses, you put them in this little cage... Not a cage, there's no top, right? Containment. And you go in to get a sample. They're not fighting you. Right? So the question being, do they just not really care? Do they like you? Do they not know the difference? Or are they just understanding, just like a gorilla, of, it doesn't matter if I fight, this is happening regardless. I can't get away. Or they just don't care. Right? Kind of like a dog. They'll hump anything. It's not about procreation. It's not about, it's just the weird animal... That's what there's not really, there's a certain level of cognition that animals don't have.
Right.
There's a peak that stops them from becoming as cognitive and aware, self-aware as humans are. But I think their boundaries are different, and I don't know if that's because of cognition. But so they take a sample, and that's one way of doing it. I've seen it. The other way is they get this like horse mannequin, and they take the male horse, which this is done more than the other way. And I don't even know if the other way is done anymore. I haven't seen that in a long time or heard about it. But they take the horse, they throw it onto a mannequin, they just kind of like guide it to the, and then it hops on this mannequin that looks like a horse, and there's like a, there's this space for it to penetrate, which is like a box or a tube or like a, like a test tube.
Yeah.
And then the horse
does its business.
Humps against this thing, and then ejaculates, and they've got the sample. So in that way, it's really removed from any hands-on, no pun intended, work that the scientists are doing. I shouldn't say scientists, these breeders for racing. But then, here's like the worst part. Then they take that sample, like a large squeeze bottle.
Yeah.
They insert it inside the horse they're going to impregnate. And they just... squeeze it.
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's how it's done. And there's no questions of whether you want this done.
Some horses won't breed with other horses, that's why.
Yeah, exactly. And there's no question of, hey, do you want to go for like a romantic gallop?
Yeah.
Eat some grass by the water, and then maybe we'll get laid, right? No, they're just injecting these into the horses to get pregnant.
Okay. So what are you
As opposed to like, and I look at this and think, that is rape. And the other aspect being, doesn't it kind of take out the fun of having the best horse? Because is the question of winning a race, or is the question of creating the best horse? That's two different things.
No.
Well, it is, though, because you can let natural selection do it, and then hope your horse wins. Like, that's like more of a gamble. But it's not as much of a gamble if you can control the genetics of it. Like, that's no longer... Like, it's still a gamble because you still don't know who's going to win.
Right.
But, like, you don't need to do that, because either way, it's a gamble.
Yeah.
So I think it's a useless thing. Because people were doing it originally to get a one-up, to make a stronger horse, but then everyone started doing it.
Oh, yeah.
But now that everyone's doing it, now it's no longer beneficial. Now everyone has this... Like, it's almost useless now if everyone's trying to do the genetic thing.
Oops.
So, that is,
That's your story about horses.
Yeah.
Fabulous. So when do you want to go back, or when do you want to go horseback riding?
I don't know. We're not right. Yeah, like down by Marine Drive, right by the university. Yeah. Actually, in that whole section down at the bottom, I would live there.
Oh, I know.
Who do I have to marry to live there?
The president.
Which president?
I don't know. Any president.
Alright, well, let's find one of the presidents of one of the associations down there.
That's what I mean, yeah.
No, I knew what you meant.
Oh.
I wasn't thinking like, well, the only president, technically. Leader of the free world. You know what's...
We have presidents. We have prime ministers.
Yeah, it's just a different name for the same thing. A leader.
Well, no, because the king.
Leader, the claw.
No, it's the king.
The king and I. I've never actually seen that. Anyways, so, yeah, it's an interesting thing, right? Mm-hmm. But they don't do that with dogs, do they?
They can't do.
But they don't.
But they do.
But do they?
Yeah.
Haven't I seen a video on this? Interesting.
Like, canine dogs are made like that. I think.
Aren't all dogs canines?
No, like, for police.
Oh, okay.
Wow, that took a moment there for...
you just said they do that for all canine dogs.
Yeah, the police. But I realized canine is...
Got it. No, sorry. Oh, you meant like the K9. The canine.
Yeah. Not...
Well, they do that as an abbreviation for the word canine, which is so weird. But I get why they do it. So what's an abbreviation for then?
It's actually for... K is for the actual police. That's what they call their dog. The K9, it's a whole different ballgame. Yes, it's what we know it as an abbreviation, but really it's not. It's just what they call their dog.
But what does the K stand for then?
Crime? Instead of, because you can't call it a C9.
But that would make more sense. K9 starts with the letter C.
Yeah.
Oh no, but then it doesn't sound like K9.
Exactly.
Okay, let's look this up. Pull out your phone. I want to know
bring
this.
my phone today. I left it at home.
You didn't bring your phone?
No.
Wow. Cool. I'm gonna look it up on the laptop then. Hang on, I need my old spectacles.
I don't want to get my bag. I have it right here, but it's just...
I have a laptop.
I have my phone. I'm just joking.
Oh, no, it's fine. You can leave it. I've got the laptop right here.
No.
Okay, let's take a look at this.
Oh. I moved. Oh.
Yeah, that's not going to come out like that easily. Oh, speaking of which, there's our web.
Here we go.
Oh, you got it. Oh, okay. All right. So let's take, yeah, what does, how, so like, I want to find out how did they come up with K9 and what's it stand for? I mean, I guess I know what it stands for, but how did they, yeah, come up with it? It's very interesting. They used, yeah, it's an interesting thing, you know. Yeah, I mean, I spent a lot of time on Amazon. I lived on a farm for a few while. I lived in a commune.
K9.
For sure. Oh, here we go.
A police dog, also known as K9 or K9, a homophone of canine. A canine is a dog specifically trained to assist members of the law enforcement.
Well, can you find something in there that explains why they spell it that way, or why they chose that as like the letter K and then the number 9 as the
Give me a second.
as the numeric value, not the written value? For those that don't know, K9 is spelled just with the letter K and then the numeric value. It's not spelt out as the number in words. So, yeah, I lived on speaking of animals, I lived on a farm, a commune, and there is a difference, for those that don't know, there is a difference between a commune and a cult. Let's just specify. Commune, communism, beautiful. I mean, it works beautifully, it works great. I mean, on paper, it works great for large groups of people. Right? It's difficult to pull that off for multi-millions of people. But on small little groupings, it works perfect. I didn't need money. Everyone had everything. We, all took turns with chores, as you do. We had everything. We had food. We had shelter, running water. We had heat. We had it all. I mean, let's not jump the gun. It's not like we're in the middle of nowhere. We had, electricity and heat, but we didn't necessarily need that to survive. So
the city...
Oh, you found something? Okay,
the city adopted the idea of using dogs to assist officers in their duties. Like numbers, other police departments throughout the country. Since the scientific name for a dog is canine is spelled with a C, it quickly adapted to the K9 unit, which is K9 to make it sound like the same.
So that was just really it. It was the sound they understood. That's why they use. So it's not an abbreviation. That is interesting. You know what? It's sort of like the question, and I used to know this. What was named after what? The color orange or the fruit orange?
The fruit.
Was it? Yeah, that's right. The fruit was called orange, and the color was called orange later on. Because I looked this up, and I think it was originally called yellow or red.
Yeah.
Yellowy red. Yellowy red.
Yellowy red?
Yeah, yellow. That's the one, and it's all one word.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was called, because then there was a red as well, and there was a yellow, and so that's why they called it
an orange. Because they didn't realize that yellow and red make orange.
That's right, yeah, until later on, and then they said, oh, let's name this color orange. Right. That's phenomenal to me, stuff. It's so cool. I find it fascinating how stuff develops and becomes what it is now. Because it always changes.
A lot of time on your hands, I swear. Because you think way too much. I'm like, who cares about that shit? I mean, I don't.
Apparently enough that we came up with orange.
Well, I mean, that's just a given. Because yellowish red or whatever, it's like, that's a hard color to describe to people.
I mean, imagine if we still did it.
Oh my god, I would not be in the arts.
It's like, what colors do we have there? We've got red, yellowish, red, yellow, green, blue, purple.
Yeah.
Red.
No.
We already have enough of a struggle with our English alphabet when kids are always asking, how come you don't spell the word phone with the letter F? Why is it PH?
Because it sound. Why is that?
Well, because we're idiots. No, it's fine. Okay, I can't explain why. Well, I'm sure it comes from the Greeks. Or Latin. Which, don't worry, I'm sure eventually we'll get to that word.
Oh, yes.
We will. In about 100 years.
Oh.
God, I don't even know how many words are in that dictionary. We could do this for the next 20 years. I don't think we'd finish. Are you going to look? Does it tell you how many words actually are in it? In the back in the index somewhere, maybe? We're looking right now. For those of you, again, watching on video, we're looking at the back of the index here. Actually, I don't know the last time that I looked at the index of a dictionary. It's very interesting to me. Yeah, I really can't remember. But it's fascinating. You guys should take a look at the film called The Professor and the Madman. Sorry, what was that?
Your dictionary only goes up to the letter... Oh, that's appendix 2. Never mind, sorry. 1 second. Appendix.
Appendix.
Well, you said the pre... No, it doesn't say it.
Doesn't say anything there. Oh, that's interesting. So go check out the film The Professor and the Madman. It's all about how the dictionary, the Oxford, I believe, was started. And you found something.
Well, in your book, there's 831 pages.
Okay.
And then, but your alphabet doesn't start until page... So 1, but there's like...
Okay.
So from 1 to 180, 831, there's like 25 letters.
There's 25 letters? You mean 25 words?
Or 25, no.
What?
Your alphabet, 26, there's 26, like our alphabets from A to Z, including the vowels, are 25, right?
Okay, yes.
So, I would take 831 divided by 25.
Well, I mean, I would say that's interesting.
And that's going to be how many words.
Or what about how many words per page do we have?
Well,
and we take the average. What would you say? 10, 20?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8,
8
9,
9,
10,
10, 11,
12,
12, 13,
14,
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So
let's say 20 words per page times 830. Okay, let's take out the calculatrice. Un moment, s'il vous plaît. We're just looking for a calculator in the old dial-up phone here. So 831 times 20 words on average, let's say
16,620 words.
16,620 words?
In your dictionary.
Okay, how long is that going to take us to read all that? Hang on. If we're doing on average 52 episodes a year. So 52 divided by that.
That's 319 words, 0.61.
319 years it's going to take us?
Roughly.
This is a huge project. Okay, why did I choose this? We're never going to get through this book. I should have chosen a smaller dictionary.
It would probably taken us longer, too.
Why? For a smaller one?
Mm-hmm.
Why would a smaller dictionary take us longer to do?
Well, we're not going to do the whole dictionary, are we?
But what else are we going to do? When do we stop?
Well, season 2 is going to be on the other thing? What's that book I'm supposed to read?
What?
That book I'm supposed to read about,
Oh, yeah, because I brought this up before, didn't I? Okay, yeah. So I guess let's talk about it now. Because, I guess, and I did put a bit of a plan into it. The idea of, seasons, and how do you do seasons for something like this? Yeah. There is no season specifically.
But if there's
more like segments.
But if you wanting to do 52 episodes for a season, but a season's actually 12, is it not?
Like in an episode, anything you want.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing standard. I just say that because it's 1 year, so 1 week.
So I figured that if we had 24, that's 2 seasons, 12 each, and then you can take a year off, come back.
A year?
Or 6 months, whatever.
Maybe a week. No, I'm overstating it, but I'm not going to take that long. But no, I know, and so I was thinking that as well. If we recorded 52 episodes in whatever length of time.
Right.
We can give all this entertainment to all of you watching out there or listening right now.
Right.
And then after, that's 52 episodes, first season. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, the next year. And then that was the idea, interesting to what you're saying, because I had thought eventually we would offer you all something to listen and watch Monday to Friday, a different idea. So let's say
once a week, Monday.
A segment. No, every day.
An everyday show?
So let me, yeah.
Well, that's if we get popular, though.
Well, yeah. So this was my thought, and I might be shooting myself in the foot by saying this, but I'll tell you my idea. Regardless, I'm going to do it.
Right.
Right? Well, I mean, not regardless. I mean,
when you have an idea, you go for it, yeah.
I try and go for stuff, right? So we would change how we would record.
Right.
Because we wouldn't record all day, like 4 or 5 episodes of the dictionary. So here would be the thought. On Mondays, so we would record, let's say we would record on Monday still.
Right.
Right, or whatever day of the week, because we'd be ahead, so it wouldn't matter. We would record 5 episodes.
Okay.
They're all different, though.
Right.
So, and they would release Monday to Friday. So on Mondays, we would record this in a single day.
Right.
Monday, we'd record 1 hour of talking about the dictionary, as we are right now. Okay? Then, on Tuesdays, you could listen. Hang on, I need to pull my list. Hang on, I'm an idiot. I can't even remember what the hell I wrote. On Tuesdays, we would read, and this isn't final, everybody, but the Bible. We'd read a passage from the Bible and discuss the Bible. Right? On Wednesday, and it could be, the Sri Isopanistad, right? We could do that, or the Quran, or something else, right?
Mm-hmm.
On Wednesdays, we're going to read the Kama Sutra.
The Kama Sutra. That's the book I need to get.
Right. And so that thing is, that book, I mean, it's smaller than the dictionary, right? So that one we can get through really fast, actually. And then on Thursdays, we're going to read philosophy. We do an hour. So like the greats, like Plato or Homer. And you get an hour of that on Thursdays.
Okay.
Which I will specify, that one is going to be a completely safe show. I really want to avoid any swearing.
Right.
Right? So that one, I would love to be able to project that as a safe show, because I think philosophy and the human condition is such... Everyone's human.
Yeah, but... Right? You also gotta realize everyone's way of communicating isn't the same.
Yeah, but we're swearing 4 days a week as it is.
Because the reason why? It's because I was raised on the streets.
No, and that's perfectly fine.
I mean, that's my upbringing, which I heard that all my life, is swearing was practically
normal. And that's perfectly fine. I just want to be able to have a younger generation be able to listen to that without having to have any of that.
Oh, that's going to be difficult.
I don't think it is. The last one we recorded, we only swore twice.
But we were on it. That was just a natural conversation about whatever. But philosophy, it comes more with it. I have a lot of opinions regarding that.
Right, and that's fine.
And a lot of them I swear through.
Okay, so we're gonna really try hard. This will be a test for you.
If I get up and walk away, I apologize in advance.
It'll be a good test for you to see if you can do that, right? Because I think we'll get a larger audience then. Not just because of that, but also where we will be allowed to distribute as well. It's a further audience for us. And then on Fridays, we're going to play a game called Cards Against Humanity.
Oh my god.
And that will make the discussion on Fridays. So that's sort of the schedule of ideas. Of course, we'd record that all in one day. We'd do 5 hours of recording. Each hour is different. As opposed to all the dictionary recording all day, it would be a different book. And then, of course, one of them would be playing a card game, Cards Against Humanity. Which is ironic, because it kind of fits in with the day before of philosophy.
I never heard of this game.
You've never heard of this game? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, you know what? We have a few minutes left in this episode. Why don't we end this episode? We've got about 13 minutes left here, because we all, if you're listening or watching or know the show, we try and keep these segments these episodes to 1 hour.
That's true.
Let's take this last little time then, and I will show you the game Cards Against Humanity.
Okay.
Let me go grab it.
Okay, you go grab it.
I just have to entertain people. You do you.
Oh. Well, I have to entertain. God, that's hard. I'm not in drag. Or I could just lip sync for you right now. Ooh, that would be actually a good idea. One of the
Talking, don't worry.
Oh, I know.
Need some...
One of the shows I could just come out and just do a whole drag performance. That would be fabulous. For those who
Sing the dictionary.
No, I don't want to sing the dictionary. We should take callers too.
So I have done experiments. Hang on, let me come back.
Or like or maybe like have another person who's doing the podcast. Like I have a friend that's doing the podcasting as well, and he's actually really wants to meet you.
So I have already experimented a couple. So okay, backstory here. I actually started this project specifically in 20.
Oh, you got my cord.
Oh shit, 2019. I actually started this.
Right.
The very first episode was recorded in 2019. The podcast, the pilot, Grunt.
Yeah. Which was very interesting to watch without a co-host. It was like the jokes were like so.
They don't work.
They don't work, right? Oh, Jesus. And I thought I was getting abusive.
Sorry for that big gaffe. I just hit the microphone. Okay, so here's the thing. At the time, I had already experimented with doing call-in. And I started doing that. And there's actually a 2.5-hour episode that was recorded, a call-in. And I had someone call in and talk to me. I'm still trying to get permission to have that published.
Right.
Because that was an experiment. It wasn't already an active show, so I hadn't set that whole issue up yet. So I am going to reach out to that person again. I've got a contact with that person and say, can I use the audio? So we have 2.5 hours where I was just testing it out, the capabilities of doing a call-in, and then this person who I happen to know and connect with called in.
Oh.
And we had 2.5-hour talk. Very interesting. It worked really well. So there's a possibility of us still doing that. I still have to find out exactly the best way of doing the audio recording for a call-in, because the way we did it is not actually, in my opinion, the best way.
Right.
But yeah, so it's not impossible to do this.
Okay.
But speaking of which now, I have...
Cards Against Humanity.
Yes. Cards Against Humanity.
For horrible people. Well, I guess I'm a horrible person. Let's play this. Let's see.
So for those of you who are unsure about it, this is Cards Against Humanity, a party game for horrible people. Let me just read it to you. Unlike most of the party games you've played before, Cards Against Humanity is as despicable and awkward as you and your friends. The game is simple. Each round, one player asks a question from a black card, and the other players answer with their funniest white card.
Okay.
Yeah, some of the reviews say, pretty amazing, best game ever, an incredible game, uncontrollable laughter, the game your party deserves, everybody in Canada is ugly.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the game. Let's try this out.
Okay.
So this is great. Cards Against Humanity, here we go. For those of you who've played it, you know what we're in for.
I have no idea what
this is.
I'm scared.
It's an intense game. This is so messed up, this game. And I'm going to show it to the audience so that you actually read and see what we see. Yeah.
I don't get this. I'm nervous, folks.
This is such a hilarious game. Alright. So
right.
I've shuffled the cards.
Right.
I picked one random card. I'm going to put that on my knee for the moment.
That's so random. You just took it from the top.
Well, I shuffled them, so it's random. I didn't look at it.
Okay.
Alright. Ooh. White cards. Shuffle these white cards. Oh, my terrible.
I would let that be your answer card, the first one that falls.
Alright, so don't look at these just yet when I hand them to you.
Okay.
So I can kind of go step by step and explain this a little bit more. Alright, so 1.
Okay.
1. 2. 2. 3. 3. 4.
Oh my god.
4. 5.
Alright.
5. Oh, speaking of games, did I ever tell you that I won second place in a rock, paper, scissors competition?
What? How is that even possible?
Yeah, I was in the,
Were you 2?
No, actually, I was a fully grown adult. I was in my mid-30s, and I entered a rock, paper, scissors championship, and I won second place in it.
And what year was this?
This was in 2017.
Interesting.
And first place, the prize was 2 tickets to, like, some sort of tropical vacation.
And what did second place get you?
And what?
And what did second place give you?
Nothing. The bragging rights. You got second place in a championship.
My point, folks. My point.
Yeah, but it's a great story. It's on my resume.
I would not hire you.
Nobody will. So I am doing this. Subscribe, like. I hate saying that. In fact, don't subscribe.
No,
Dislike. Did you? Did we just twinsies there?
No, I did.
I love you. Okay, so Cards Against Humanity. Let me show the people the card. I don't know if you can see it from there. I'm going to put it right here. Cards Against Humanity, right? So what you do, you take the black card and you read it. You put it down. Everyone can see it. So here it is. What don't you? Here it is. So what don't you want to find in your Kung Pao chicken? Right? What don't you want to find in your Kung Pao chicken? That's it right there. And then you pick the funniest answer from the white cards that you have. You've got a bunch then. You pick the best one. And the one that's the funniest, that person wins that round. So what don't I want to find in your Kung Pao chicken? And you put it down. And I'm going to say...
I've got mine.
I don't even know what this one means. Anyways, I've got mine. Let's put it down. So, what don't you want to find in your Kung Pao chicken there, Cinder?
An icy hand job from an Edmonton hooker.
Wow. Does everyone see that's what we got? There we go. That's what Cinder doesn't want to find in their Kung Pao chicken.
Partially because I don't know what Kung Pao chicken is.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a dish, and I personally don't want to find my genitals in Kung Pao chicken. I think you win. Yours is funnier.
Is it? I don't think it really is.
No? Well, mine's pretty funny too. I think mine was Kung Pao chicken is. I don't really know what that is either. I mean, I don't know. Wow. I don't know what it visually. I was gonna say Kung Pao chicken is like balls, but that's not because Kung Pao chicken is actually, if I'm not. No, I'm confusing it for ginger chicken, right? Because it's like the sweet and sour pork, like it's like chunks. Kung Pao isn't chunks like that. But okay, so let's say I win that round. So that's my black card. So I win. I get 1 point. So I'll put that aside, and then let's just pick it up. Let's go. We've got so much. We got more time to play. Okay. Can't believe we're doing this. Okay, we're picking another black card, and this one is when Pharaoh remained unmoved. Moses called down a plague of what? When Pharaoh remained unmoved, Moses called down a plague of what? Singer?
The female orgasm.
Christopher Walken.
Who the hell is Christopher Walken?
You don't know Christopher Walken? You know, he talks like that.
Oh, right, yes. Okay.
Walking when I come in and
yeah.
Your father, he wore this gold watch up his ass.
Yeah. I know.
And now I give the watch to you.
Ew.
Anyways, I think you win that round. That's definitely a win for you. You want to pick a black card from the bottom side there, yeah. There we go. We're picking a card, and read the card. Show the camera.
They said we were crazy. They said we couldn't put blank inside of blank. They were wrong.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it's a 2-card thing, right?
So we need to pick 2.
Yeah.
So they said we were crazy. They said we couldn't put something into something.
Blank.
All right. They said we couldn't put. I don't know what this means, so I don't even know. But I'm going to go for, they said we were crazy, they said we couldn't do it, they said we couldn't put a zesty burrito inside seppuku. And I don't know what seppuku is. What the hell is seppuku?
I have no idea. Okay.
What is Sabuku? We're gonna have to look that up to make this funnier.
They said we were crazy. They said we couldn't put a wonder of Orient
What?
inside of a mind having stroke. They were wrong.
What? They said we were crazy. They said we couldn't put the wonders of the Orient inside of a mime having a stroke? Wait a minute. First of all, what kind of a stroke?
Third base.
Jesus. What the hell is a Supaku?
I have no idea.
Let's look up Supaku. We're gonna look up this word Supaku.
Can I have the card, please?
It's
I'm not there yet.
S-E-P-P-U-K-U. Is it Seppuku? Is this a Japanese word?
S-E-P-P.
S-E-P-P-U-K-U. I think I like your stroking.
Cutting the belly. It's a herko. It's Chinese, Japanese.
I was right. So it is Japanese.
It's the Japanese. Her hit something logical suicide by disembowelment. Here, read.
What the? Hang on. Seppuku. You're cutting your own belly. Also called harakiri. Abdomen. Belly cutting. A native Japanese kun reading is a form of Japanese ritualistic suicide by disembowelment. Right. So I've seen this in Japanese films where they take the sword and it's kind of like it's a sacrifice, and then you just you stab yourself with it, and it's I've seen that. You know what? Yours is funnier because who doesn't like a stroking mime? I think you win that one. And so see how this kind of fits in with our show idea, anyways.
My last card was.
Okay, don't tell me we got one. Let's pick another black one. Don't tell me what your last card is. I can pick another black one because I got one card left as well. Right? Speaking of it, where is it? Oh yeah. Here's my one card. Okay, so the last card we are pulling out here is Fun Tip. Okay, so fun tip.
Yep.
When your man asks you to go down on him, try surprising him with blank instead. Fun tip. When your man asks you to go down on him, try surprising him with this blank instead. Alright, what are you going to surprise your man with?
Third base.
Well, I think that's kind of, I don't know. That's literally what the card is saying. But instead, when my man asks me to go down on him, instead I'm going to surprise him with winking at old people. Winking at old people. I think I win that one, my friend.
That's not funny.
See, this is funnier than you talking about third base, because going down is third base.
No, it's not.
No, it's fourth base.
Going down is second base.
Fourth base. First base is kissing. Second base, the chest. Third base, genitals.
No.
Yes, it is.
No.
Then what's fourth base?
There's no fourth base. Anal.
Well, I guess after that comes home run. That's sex.
Yeah.
That's why third base is fingering.
Well, depending if we're talking
hand
about straight.
job.
Are we talking about straight?
Doesn't matter. Is genital touching without penetration? No, it does. It's general stimulation with hands.
But your card doesn't say that. It says when your man asks you to go down on him, try to surprise him with a winking at old people. How are you going to wink at old people when you're giving someone your head?
Because you could be outside.
I'm sorry, but
I win that one. You're already no. It makes no sense because this card already talks about sex, and your card already talks about sex. So it's not funny. Mine is like left field. Why would you be winking at old people? That is funny.
Well, no, it's not. That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, and that's why it's funny.
I don't see the humor in that.
I win this one. That one is mine.
Whatever.
I'm vetoing this.
Thank you, folks, for staying tuned for this episode of Opinions Are Like Assholes. Everybody has one, and so do I. My name is Cinderstar, and I am out.
And I'm Attila, or some people know me as Brendon. And thank you for joining us for this episode of Opinions. And like Cinder said, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, and so do I. We, I,
it.
I. So yeah, join us again.
Stay tuned for the next episode.
I really don't know what else to say, but that was fun. So that is Cards Against Humanity. What did you think of that?
We should play that more often.
Right. Yeah.
I just switch now to episode number 8.
I just have to figure out. I just have to figure out how to try how the format's going to run with it. Right? Do we just pick the one card and make a conversation out of that? Because the thing is,
we just play the game.
Well, yeah, but that only gives us one episode.
Dude.
Why? We could play this entire pack in an hour.
So? That'd be fun.
But no, it would be fun, but that only gives us one episode. And then we have nothing else to release on Fridays.
There's more than one game of this game, is there not?
Not that many. I think maybe there's like 5 or 6 add-on packs, so it gives us 6 episodes.
Better than nothing.
No, it is better than nothing. It just doesn't really extend the life of that. Right?
I think
or we could do like 10 cards, and that's the like somehow to make a format with it.
I would do 12 cards.
12 cards? Right? Why 12?
12 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Right?
No, 12 for no particular reason.
I just like 12.
Yeah, okay, sure, no, yeah.
It's an even number.
Yeah.
I had to think there for a second.
It's an even number, but it's coming from an odd person.
Yep.
Okay. And we're done. We're done. Let's take a 5-minute break, and we'll be back after these commercial breaks from our sponsors.
Well, we have sponsors now?
No, we don't. We don't have anything. Opinions is recorded live in Vancouver, Canada, and on location at the Bump and Grind Cafe, and is a production of atkafilms.com. Full video and audio episodes can be seen on patreon.com/theopinionsshow.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, like 1 or 2 the latest.